and I'm so glad that we're all here, and thanks for showing up. I know this is kind of a little bit different thing, but it's kind of a little podcast thing, and we're so glad you're here. Hey, my name's Danny Lansdale, and welcome to the channel. I have a really good friend of mine on right now, and he's just amazing. You know, spent a lot of years locked up, prisons, opioids, heroin, meth, just crazy town. And today he's a man to be trusted and believed in. And I'm just so grateful that you're here, Spencer.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you very much.
You having a good day today?
I am. I'm having a great day. I always have great days now.
So weird from where we came from, right?
Oh my God, it's unbelievable.
It's maybe gratitude.
So much gratitude.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? It's pretty cool. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, hell yeah. And today we want to talk about a thing called withdrawal. You know what I mean? From heroin addicts, opiate addicts, withdrawal. That pain, that weird, uncomfortable, kicking, freaking feeling. And the reason I brought Spencer on here is because he's got an extraordinary story about withdrawal and trying to get over that hump through all kinds of different medications, Suboxone, all this stuff. So hey, Spencer, so you spent about 13 years in prison, right?
Yeah, off and on, 13 years. The last stretch was about 7 years.
Okay, so it was 7 years straight.
Straight.
And then, so tell me about, like, right before because you're an opioid addict.
Yeah.
You have opioid disorder, you know, you shot a lot of dope.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of dope.
Right?
Absolutely.
So before you were getting out of prison, they have a program in there called the MAT program, which is Medicated Assisted Treatment.
Horrible program. It was a horrible program.
And what they wanted to do is they wanted to give you, like, an early release if you got on the MAT program.
Absolutely. So
tell me about that.
Well, here's the deal. So I had like 4 years off of everything. You know, the last time I got locked up, I didn't want to do any drugs whatsoever. I hit the bottom. You know, I didn't know much about a program, you know, per se, but it was enough for me to not want to do drugs, period. So, you know, I got like 4 years off of drugs. You know, I'm in the COVID area, so, you know, we're locked down. There's nothing going on. And I'm like one of the 10th persons that they call into the medical office to see if I wanted to be on the MAT program. So the doctor tells me, you know, you're an opioid addict, and you know, we have this new MAT program. You go to 5 classes every week, CBT classes, and but the catch was you had to be on Suboxone. You know, honestly, I didn't know much about it. I didn't know a lot about it. I knew that, you know, anything. I didn't know I didn't want to change anything the way I felt then. Because I was feeling pretty good, you know. I mean,
very normal.
Physically,
you weren't withdrawing. You weren't withdrawing. You weren't going through it. You weren't coming off a long run.
No, I wasn't. I was clean sober. I was completely clean sober. So, but you know, they offered me 3 months off every year for being in the program.
So that's like you still had a couple years left. So that's like 6 months early. So get on the program.
Right. Exactly. Right? I had 3 years left. So you know, I signed up. I said, what do I sign, you know? And, you know, they gave me, right out the gate, they gave me like 16 milligrams.
That first dose, being 4 years off of everything, how did you feel? This first dose, it's going to help you with your cravings.
I actually slept. It knocked me out. It knocked me on my ass. I literally for like 2 days straight, I could barely get out of bed. You know, and I barely enough to go to get my second dose, you know, and it took about a week for it to, you know, get in my system, you know, to where I could even function.
So it was safe to say that you were fucked up for a week.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
All right.
I mean, I couldn't move. I was immobilized. I had to lay in the bed, you know, for about a week. For almost 2 weeks, actually, you know, because it kept getting less and less. After about 2 weeks, it's just, you know, it's pretty much normal. You feel normal, you know, per se, whatever that is on drugs, you know, because I now know that's a serious drug. You know, it's not just it's not something that should be taken lightly. That's a very serious drug.
And that's a heavy narcotic. So you were on it for 18 months, right? And then you got released.
I was on it for 18 months. So, you know, the whole time I was there, been talking to my sponsor. I wanted to be in a program. I knew I had a lot of homeboys that were actually gotten clean and sober by being in an Alcoholics Anonymous program. So, you know, I decided to be, you know, I wanted to be off of this stuff immediately. So I took it upon myself, with a little plan. I was going to detox myself, after being almost for 2 years on, 24 milligrams of Suboxone, that I was going to detox myself over a 2-week period.
Yeah.
And it was the worst thing I ever did in my life. It was horrible. Horrible. I mean, I was literally going out of my mind. I thought that, I thought people were after me.
I was there. I was there. I was there. You were going, you know what? Hey, this is not. I go, bro, you're withdrawing. You're coming off this. You're like, no, I'm not withdrawing. This is my family. This is childhood issues. This is like, I'm going crazy, right?
I was out of my mind. I was literally out of my mind. I didn't know reality. I was way out of touch with reality.
Yeah, I remember.
To the point where I wanted to be institutionalized. I want to be put into a medical unit of some mental ward.
And you did. And you did. We did. You did 72 hours, and I'm freaking old. I remember we were in the backyard, and freaking I got the phone, and like I'm getting ready to push 911, and you're like, push 911. Something's going on, and this is from withdrawing off Suboxone.
It was withdrawn just from Suboxone.
Trying to get completely free. That's the interesting thing. Is because, the main reason why I wanted to stop shooting heroin, the main reason why, because I no longer wanted to keep shooting heroin so that I could just feel normal. I wasn't getting high anymore, but without it, I would freaking go crazy.
Yeah.
So I want to stop shooting heroin because I didn't want to keep taking something to make me feel normal every freaking day.
And that was the whole gist of wanting to get off the Suboxone immediately when I got out.
Right.
I just did it to get out. And now that I was out, I didn't want it anymore. I wanted to feel different. I want to be a different person, which I am now.
Yeah, which you are now.
But it's not because of Suboxone.
No.
It's because of the program. The program that I have in Alcoholics Anonymous now.
Yes.
The steps that I did. The meetings of fellowship. The people that I've surrounded myself in the middle of the pack.
I do want to talk about this one thing. To get free from that Suboxone, there's a medication out there called buprenorphine. I mean, it's buprenorphine, but it's a Sublocade.
Sublocade shot.
So Sublocade, they give it to you once a month. Bam. They give it to you once a month, and then it tapers out of your system. And they do that 3 times so that it completely tapers out of your system. Because I think because it is buprenorphine, it is the same thing that's in Suboxone. But the deal with Suboxone, when you're taking 3 strips a day, when you're just micromanaging your feelings all freaking day, you can't think, you know what I mean? You're just like, oh, it's 12 o'clock, I gotta take another dose. Oh, it's 9 o'clock, I gotta take another dose. Oh, it's how do I feel in the morning? So you're constantly micromanaging your feelings all freaking day, and you can't pay attention to anything except the clock, and the next time you take another strip to feel right, and maybe you need to take more, maybe you need to take less, maybe you want to get off it, maybe you don't want to get off it, and it's just constant micromanaging of our feelings, right?
It's a big part of it. The Sublocade is what saved my ass.
Right.
That's what changed everything for me. Is doing the Sublocade. It just went away. I from the first one, you could tell in a couple of days, you feel normal, and then you just feel normal the whole time, and then you go get the second one, and you feel normal all the way through the month, and then you get the last one, and then it just goes away. You don't even.
And it just goes away. No withdrawal, no pains, no micromanaging of the feelings, no analyzing yourself all throughout the day. You can focus. You can go to meetings. You can freaking call sponsors. You can pay attention to stuff. And this is my thing too. Is like I don't care what medication, what thing, but I think that the end result has to be abstinence.
It has to be.
I mean, for the addict alcoholic, because I tried just smoking weed, I tried just drinking, I tried all these freaking things. Drugs are my problem, alcohol's not, and then I tried to just drink, and then go down into Turdsville. You know what I mean? Just constantly. You know what I mean? But this last thing, it gave you complete abstinence. And now with that intermingled with program, working with each other, working with others, staying accountable, a fellowship. This is what's turned you in the man that you are today.
Yeah, and I feel I've never felt better. I mean, I don't ever remember even as a child feeling normal. I always used to pray to God, what is wrong with me? There's something wrong with me. I always thought there was something wrong with me, and maybe there was, but because of the program that I have today, I feel normal. I feel great. You know, I don't stress on all the little things. I don't sit in my and worry about what's going on with me all the time and being, you know, myself. You know, I have a capacity to care for other people that I probably never had before. I know I never did. I never cared about anyone but myself.
Because we're tripping on ourselves all day.
That's all I did is trip on myself.
How the hell can I care about anybody else to help, especially when I'm tripping on myself? That was a big thing about, you know, all my other attempts at recovery. I always thought the problem was if I stopped drinking and I stopped using, I'm supposed to be great. I'd stop drinking, I'd stop using, I'd feel good. I'd feel okay. But I never felt great.
No.
I never felt brave and heroic and courageous and let's see what we can do with this wonderful place called life. I never felt that way. I always felt like, okay, but I inevitably always relapse. So the time that you were abstinent in prison, like the 4 years that you were on the yard, you were abstinent, it was okay. You were good.
It was almost fine. I mean, I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to get loaded because I knew what, you know, the consequences. It was all about the consequences. But as far as feeling the way I feel now, no, I didn't.
Yeah, right? There's a difference.
There's a big difference.
There's a difference. And you're stone cold sober, abstinent, not on nothing, right?
Nothing, absolutely. And I've never been happier. I mean, it's an amazing life I have today. You know, I love my life. You know, I love your life too, Danny.
I love you too, brother. Like, we're good.
Yeah, we are
hey,
good.
and I'm going to tell you guys, I could depend on him, rely on him, trust him, believe in him. And, you know, in the beginning journey when he was trying to kick all this Suboxone and all this weirdo, call 911, I'm crazy. You know what I mean? And then going into the 3 days into the 72-hour lockup and all this stuff, I was like, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, you know, this is going to be a long shot.
Yeah.
But to see the man you are today, I am just just so stoked that you're here right now and with us. And it's good. It's just
coming from you. That means a lot to me, Danny. You're amazing, man. I love you very much, bro.
I love you too, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, anything you want to say?
Yeah. Don't take Suboxone. That's for sure. You know, and you know, trying to find a program. You know, get a sponsor, work some steps. I mean, that's what it did. It was simple. You know, I pray. I worked my steps. I have a working knowledge of steps. I started working with others, and I've never been happier. I don't trip on myself anymore. I literally, you know, I've never had it so good. You know, I got my family back. I got my kids back. You know, the dog came back. You know, the truck started working again. You know,
you know what I think is the greatest? That we get back our confidence.
Yeah.
Our security.
Yeah, that's the best part for me. Is I feel normal. You know, I feel great. I'm doing well at work. You know, everything's perfect. I had it so good. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, and I thank God for the things trials that I do have. Things happen. You know, normal things happen.
No, we have to have adversity. We have to have problems in order to be able to grow. We're not going to have those, but we can accept them.
But I can accept them, and I know. I recognize this is one of those things. You know, one of those things. But yeah, you say it all the time. I love that.
Be grateful for everything, even the hard shit.
The hard stuff.
You know, even the hard shit. You know, I mean, we got to be grateful for that because it just makes us stronger. All right, hey, so I'm glad, so stoked that we're doing this.
Yeah, me too. This is great.
And I love you very much.
Thank you. I love you very much, too.
All right. Well, that's it for today. All right, now we're out of here, and that was wonderful, and have an amazing, blessed, magical day. Namaste, blessings of light and love, and we'll see you guys next time. Boom! Thank you, Spencer. I love you.
Love you too.